I'm Pickle Rick.
G Rick. G Rick.
Shut up, Morty.
Let's get swifty.
Just get scruffy, Morty.
G Rick. I don't know if we could do that, Rick.
Oh God. So, hey guys, welcome to the podcast.
Ooh-wee. Welcome to the.
Yeah,
God,
okay, we're done.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah, so welcome to the podcast. I was gonna start off with a topic of Cuphead, but I guess we'll go into Rick and Morty already.
Sorry.
It's your host. Not with the roast, not really easy, but it's Marty Reactions here with now known as DWDrayson. Is that how you say it now?
Yeah, I mean, I got so many aliases now. It's like, if you look at my description on Twitter or Vidme, I think now, it's like also known as Dan or Wilhelm or simply DW. I create films and review things.
Yeah, I actually barely just fixed up my bio on Twitter, so made it look a little more professional with hashtags. So
mine probably looks really bad still.
Yeah, actually, yeah. Speaking of which, I should probably post the hashtag that we're recording right now for the Marty Podcast. So we are here it's October 14th, I believe. Yesterday was Friday the 13th. That's the only way I remember today's date.
It's also same month as Halloween, and it was the same day that the Communist Revolution happened.
Really, yeah.
Fun fact. At least that was a Facebook meme. I don't actually know if it's true.
No. There's another revolution going on. It's the Rick and Morty fan base. However, they are going into hibernation right now. So, I think I'm not sure how the whole Swench sauce thing was in your country, but from what I've seen on social media, it was a big thing here.
Yeah. We heard about it in this country. I don't know if we had it because I was busy on that day. I mean, I was doing like a workshop sort of thing. I know we were going to record a podcast then, but I was too tired to do anything. So
yeah, I don't know if it's too late though, but I would like to do a video on this because I have a few friends that work at McDonald's, and I could totally pull off a video.
I mean, go for it. I mean,
yeah.
Yeah.
Unless currently right now I'm still working on the Cruiser Gamer Classic, still editing that thing, and I still have some projects in mind afterwards, so it'll probably be dead by then. But so Rick and Morty, if nobody knows, I'm pretty sure if you've heard Pickle Rick and what's a Pickle Rick? So, Rick and Morty is a show on Adult Swim. It's a really good show. I've only watched 2 episodes of it, but I've enjoyed it. It's I've been wanting to get into it. I just haven't put time into it. But I know everyone's been saying oh, it's really good. And this was kind of 2 years ago when it was still relatively new. Before it became
a meme.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I guess that's the best way to put it.
Yeah, a friend of mine got me into it. He's been watching since season 1, so he's an old OG. I watched a little bit after season 2 finished, so I've watched all of them. Plus Gravity Falls as well, which is kind of linked in a little way with Easter eggs, but that's whatever.
That's weird. I didn't think it was.
Yeah, if you look up crossover between Gravity Falls and Rick and Morty, you in Gravity Falls you see a pencil go through this portal, and in Rick and Morty the pencil and the mug come out the other side.
Oh, jeez.
It's because Dan Harmon and Alex Hirsch are friends. I know too much.
Oh, okay.
Not Dan Harmon, sorry, Justin Roiland.
That is something. Wow, I no, that is interesting, but it is something a big fan would really know.
Yeah, I know too much.
Is it because you have to have a very high IQ to understand Rick and Morty? So
you got to understand the Pickle Rick.
Yeah. See, the reason why he turned himself into. Anyway, No, no, because from the videos I've seen on social media, I was like, wait, what? What is this? This is like a brony invasion, kind of like from what I remembered.
It's a whole new show.
Yeah, it's a whole new fan base that's turned. I don't want to say it's turned into cancer. There are some.
It's toxic.
It's a toxic thing.
It is toxic. This is coming from a fan. It is toxic.
Okay. No, I never think of a show would be this toxic. I kind of saw it coming though, from just being at school and just hearing people talk about it, and the way they would talk about it is just like, oh, like you watch a rerun. Oh yeah, what up, dub? I'm like, wait, what? What does that even mean? Wait, what?
I think
they would just make reference to the jokes. I think I Hate Everything has even touched on this.
Yeah, he did a good video. I was just about to mention that. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he did it he summed it up really well.
I'm surprised I didn't get to try the sauce though. I don't know when. That's the thing. Is that because I just didn't recall ever hearing about it. Like I have friends that are in McDonald's. My family works at McDonald's too. No mention of it. It's like funny.
Yeah.
And at first I thought it was just the Rick and Morty fan base just came up with it. Someone just came up with the biggest hoax ever, and they just fell for it.
I mean, he did upload the first episode of season 3 was actually on April Fool's.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, it's the biggest April Fool's by not having it as an April Fool's episode.
I mean, that's the thing. Is it like shows that get toxic? Is it because of popularity, or is it just the fan base? I can never understand this.
I would say fan base. I don't think the show's toxic. I think the show is still good, but the fan base is become toxic.
I don't understand that though.
It's kind of like they've become too obsessed with the show that they go to different lengths, I would say. So like Rick and Morty, like they were literally harassing the people at McDonald's because they wanted their Szechuan sauce. That is toxic. That is
okay. Yeah.
Because like I saw like a video on Twitter where like this guy was filming McDonald's, and it was like people were just shouting, "We want Szechuan sauce," like constantly, and they were on the counters and all sorts.
Yeah,
that's when a fan base gets too far.
Yeah, I guess it has to do with the same. I don't know. That's the thing. It's funny. Like you would think, like, oh, like anime fans are toxic. You know, those weebs and stuff. If you count Rick and Morty as an anime, you might be correct, but it's an American adult cartoon. And
yeah, I mean, if you're in Japan, you call it an anime because they call everything anime.
You call everything anime.
That's the name for the cartoon in Japan. That's why Japanese cartoons are called anime. Fun fact number 56.
Really? Yeah, I know. Thank you for giving us that.
Yeah. It's short for animation.
What makes a show obsessive though? Like that people are just like hooked into it, and for some reason they just want to like be in this world. I mean, Walking Dead kind of has that world too, but
that's got like a massive following. Walking Dead, Game of Thrones.
What makes the show people obsessed with, like other than any other show, like Rick and Morty? What makes it different than any other show that people, this toxic fandom, are obsessed?
I don't know. It's got funny things, like little random. I would say is a massive part of at least season 3. I have no clue.
I guess it doesn't. Yeah, I guess it doesn't make it any different than any other fandom. Yeah, I mean, you got your Undertales, the Brony fan base has kind of died out.
Yeah, it's kind of small now. I think, like, I never saw them in like anywhere.
No, I knew a few.
Yeah, I remember once like a friend like this is like my first year of college. I hardly knew the guy, and like he said to me, "Oh yeah, you know I'm a brony." I was going like, "Yeah, whatever you want." And then he said, "No, I'm only joking." I'm going like, "Okay, cool." I completely fell for that because I don't know you.
No, okay, so actually have a weird experience that with this because I knew a few. This was kind of like around. This is like a little bit before. I knew about the whole brony thing. I knew about the show, like My Little Pony, just being like, okay, yeah, it's a little girl show and stuff. And then I knew a few friends that said they watched it. I'm like, oh, well, I guess that's not weird. And then I hear apparently it's a fandom, and I'm like, wait, what? Everyone's watching it. And then okay, so this weird experience. I was actually with these group of friends. Went over to the house. We're just gonna play video games and stuff. And for some reason, they put on My Little Pony on Netflix. And I'm like, oh, are we just watching this for a meme or something? Are we just gonna? No, they were watching it for real. It was the weirdest thing ever. They were like going on a whole musical on the show, and then one of them just said like, "Man, Rainbow Dash is hot."
What? You're talking about a horse.
Yeah,
like,
or
I
a
mean,
pony. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's illegal most places.
Yeah. No, don't question it. It's a fictional world. You're mad. I don't what that. Okay, so this was in high school,
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, there's some weird people in high school.
Yeah.
I mean, there's weird people in life.
If I can remember, I think those friends I knew. I don't know if they still watch it or whatever. Because I feel like the fan base died because of whatever the show has went towards, what direction they went. But that's kind of like why I'm talking about is like the same thing with Rick and Morty, is that it's weird because the show's been around for a while, and then now it's becoming a big thing. And
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know if it'll ever die out, because it is a good show.
Oh yeah, I really like the show. I think Justin Roiland and Dan Harmon they're good. They know what they're doing. I don't think they're gonna let it die to the point that Rick and Morty will just die and not have any conclusion. I think they'll end it when they feel it's right. It's kind of like what Gravity Falls did. I loved Gravity Falls. I mean, I absolutely loved it. I thought it was a great show. Alex Hirsch knew when to stop it.
I didn't know. I thought Gravity Falls was still going.
No, then they stopped it. I think it's because of animating problems. They had problems with animators. They didn't have enough, so they stopped it. It could come back if they really wanted to, but I don't think they should because they wrapped it up pretty nicely.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's
I mean,
yeah.
I mean, same thing with regular show. They kind of wrapped it up nicely.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
I never actually watched the regular show, but I saw the ending on YouTube and I was going like, "This is a kids show."
Yeah, this is a kid show. No, but it was a really heartwarming ending.
Yeah, it was.
I was a fan of it, and then I stopped watching it after a while. I am slowly catching back on it, but just nitpicking on episodes I find more interesting.
Yeah, I think I might start watching it. I mean, at the moment, I'm kind of going through like a load of cartoons that are kind of running around.
Yes.
I mean, I'm watching the new DuckTales. I absolutely love that. Star vs. Forces of Evil is amazing. I really like that. I'm trying to think what else. Yeah,
just kind of go back on cartoons. There's actually some very underrated cartoons I found like on Netflix. There's one called Garage Man. Apparently, it was a Cartoon Network show that aired a while back, but only in Canada. It's called Garage Man, but with a J. Like,
I'm gonna see if that's on Netflix over here. I doubt it.
Yeah,
Netflix...
it's on Hulu though, so I'm not gonna have easy access to watching it.
Hulu's not even in the UK, so that's
Wait, what? I did not know that.
I don't think it is yet. I think it's only in North America right now. So
Is-
it's like
serious.
Verve is like not over here, obviously, which is annoying because I want to watch like stuff like Harmon Quest. But yeah, I haven't got it
mean, you
anyway. I've got Netflix. But the Netflix over here is
Yeah.
crap. It's really bad. So I'm actually gonna
I mean, I guess you're not missing much from Hulu. I mean, it has some things Netflix doesn't, but Netflix has more things that Hulu doesn't.
Can I watch Hulu?
I mean, I only have a Hulu subscription because of Spotify. So
Yeah, it's not in the UK. It seems because it's all in dollar signs. So I'm guessing they haven't brought it over here yet. I think it's just in like America,
been a
North America, like Canada and USA.
that's
So
weird. Is the website even?
I
can you
can
even
access the website, yeah, but it's like
Okay.
it's like oh
Not-
yeah, it's like
no.
certain amount of dollars. Like
It's so weird.
I'm actually gonna look on the Wikipedia page
So
because
you'll probably have to watch it with like 4 different ads in between.
well, can you watch like
that'll suck.
free stuff on there then? Or like
Yeah, you can still watch free stuff.
oh, that'd be cool.
Not on the app.
I'll be fine
not
with
on
that.
the app.
I can get used to
Yeah.
adverts. I'm not bothered.
Yeah, I did it for for some animes I watched.
Mm.
I think I did that for One Punch Man. Like I saw it was on Hulu, so
Yeah.
I just sat through the ads.
Yeah, I've done that with
just to
Crunchyroll.
watch.
It's like, and it's quite funny because like I actually watched it on Crunchyroll, and that was my first exposure to like American style adverts. Like it's very different to the adverts are like in the UK. Because you got like really motivational stuff. It's well, for first starters, you got gun safety adverts. Well, obviously, we don't have that in the UK because we got like massive restrictions on guns. Most people do not have a gun over here, unless you like do like clay pigeon shooting or something like that, or a farmer. Then you won't have a gun probably. And like, there's also other ones which like, it's like oh yeah, I motivate my my little brother and all that. We'd never get like things like that over in the UK. It's because like in the UK we got like a different attitude. It's like I feel like in America like you tell like your kids you tell them you could be like the next president of the United States. Like that's sort of common thing over there, isn't it? Like you give motivation.
Oh yeah, like that's like
Yeah.
parents would kind of just pander to you, like, oh, you're gonna be big. That's if you go to college. That's
Yeah.
that's mostly behind the motivation. Like, you'll only be successful if you go to college.
Yeah, I mean, like, we don't really have that over here. We're just like, oh, yeah, I mean, you're probably going to work in McDonald's or Tesco's. So, yeah, we're not as
that's great
motivational.
motivation.
Yeah.
That's funny. Yeah, that's kind of the norm for parents is to just
Yeah.
keep their kids in school.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
we
We
pretty much get social services on your ass if you don't.
Oh, yeah, kids will go to school over here, depending on how good the parents are. So, yeah. I mean, we do have motivation, but, like, yeah, not many people tell their kids like they could be like the Prime Minister of Great Britain because, for one, I don't know why anyone would want to, because literally the most hated person in the country usually. And yeah, this got very political. I'm not going to talk about politics.
Oh yeah, this got definitely. Oh yeah, so going back to cartoons.
Let's go back to cartoons. This was getting slowly towards politics. Let's not get to that.
Yeah. So fun fact, I didn't know. Are you familiar with That 70s Show?
I've heard of it.
Okay, so the guy, the guy that played Red Foreman, Kurtwood, I forgot his actor name, but I did not realize he played the father of Grimm from Billy and Maddie.
Oh wow.
Yeah, on the episode of Dad Date Afternoon, where it was Father's Day and Grimm misses his dad and stuff, but he lied about not being the Grim Reaper.
Hmm.
And it's weird is hearing his voice and not hearing dumbass. Because that was his catchphrase in
Yeah.
that 70 show.
Hmm. I never actually seen that 7. I heard of it. Isn't it like? Yeah, I've heard of it. Isn't it? Is it a Disney Channel thing? I don't think it is it?
Oh,
I
no,
don't know.
it's Cartoon Network.
Cartoon Network. Okay, yeah, I know. I've never seen it.
That's it. Yeah. That's just thing. Yeah, well, Billy Mandy was... I feel like I was the only one that knew it. Everyone knew it. But then...
It was over here.
I'd say it kind of aged as in, like, no one remembers it. No one ever talks about it anymore.
Yeah, I think like most people over here would probably remember it in the UK. It was a massive hit over here. Like I remember watching it. I never actually watched it on my own, but when I went round a friend's house and he always had it on. Along with like other Cartoon Network stuff like Ed and Eddie.
Okay.
And like I can't think of any other like Flapjack and stuff like that.
Right.
Ed and Eddie was pretty big. Like that was massive.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how
No,
big it was. I'm guessing it was quite big in America, was it? Or
It was big. As a kid, I remember. Oh man, I was a fan of the show as a kid.
yeah.
A lot of kids talked about it too. It was.
I
It was
mean,
a good thing.
one thing that I think the most fondest memory I'm trying to think what was like. I suppose like yeah, I can't think of. No, I don't know. The House of Mouse. I remember watching that as a kid. I love that.
Which one was that one?
It's like it was it was like a show within a show. It was like Mickey Mouse was like owned this bar place and like he like ran like cartoons and all that. I really liked it.
Okay. Okay. I don't recall. I don't know. I knew some Mickey Mouse shows, but I think they were mostly like Disney Junior shows. So.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah.
So what were we gonna talk about at first before we got into Rick and Morty?
It was Cuphead or whatever.
Oh
it was.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have a video to send you.
Yeah.
So
Topic I know nothing about.
Right. I'm surprised you don't, because this was huge all over, at least all over Twitter. The whole gaming community was talking about Cuphead. So this is mostly to explain to you, but also to people that don't know Cuphead. Cuphead is a new indie game that came out. Actually, fun fact, it came out the same time as the SNES Classic. Because I remember being at the Toys R Us, picking up my SNES Classic, and oh wait, Cuphead came out. I forgot it was coming out today. And I was showing my friend gameplay of it. It's funny because not everybody remembers the SNES Classic now. No one's talking about it because of Cuphead. It's weird because they came out on the same day.
Yeah.
Which is interesting too because they're both Cuphead is inspired from classic video games. Well, and also like the 1930s. While SNES Classics is basically a whole anthology of classic Nintendo games.
Yeah. Yeah.
So in a weird way, we're going back in time.
I mean, if you look back at some of the games back in the day, I mean, like, I don't know if it's over in America, but like, there's been a massive want for like old school games over here. Like, people are like buying N64s and GameCubes. Like,
Oh no, that's big over here too.
oh yeah, okay, cool. It's like
Yeah.
worldwide. I mean, most things nowadays are worldwide anyway.
Yeah,
Most
no,
trends.
it is. I know. Retro game collecting is kind of it's a hobby, and I think it's somewhat of a worldwide hobby too because there's guys like Adam Garlack, and I don't know who is a game collector in the UK, but he has connections with everyone from Japan to the UK just to get like European rarities and also Japanese exclusive games and stuff. Like he finds his ways.
To be honest,
Awesome game collector.
To be honest, I still like playing on PS2. Like I'd still choose PS2 out of any other console any day.
Yeah, I've
That's
been playing a lot of Donkey Kong Country ever since I picked up my SNES.
Oh, cool. I still want to get like an old school Nintendo console. I've never really played. Actually, no, I have played in one, but it wasn't like owned by anyone I know. It was like I went to like this game computers museum in like I was almost going to reveal the location. Actually, no, I could probably reveal the location because it's quite big, but I probably won't because I can't be asked. But yeah, it was like this computer museum, and there's like at the end of like all these after all these computers, all these old computers, it showed like all these old consoles, and you could just play on them, and that was the best part. It was like great. They even had an Oculus Rift, which is cool.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't even...
They had like all sorts. They had a computer that had Minecraft on it. So I looked at that and
that's
just
a good
killed the
classic
character.
game, man. Good times.
Yeah, Minecraft is the bee's knees. It's not. I used to play it all the time.
That same. But so, what's great about Cuphead, it has that aesthetic of a 1930s cartoon. Which, if you're not into old-fashioned cartoons, you probably never kind of like recognize the style. But I watched old cartoons when I was little, like Tom and Jerry and Looney Tunes and stuff.
Oh yeah.
So, well, that was more, I would say, like 1970s, 60s cartoons. But 1930s, I wasn't really familiar with the style. But like, I quickly fell in love right away with Cuphead because of just the animation style. Like it does look like that old something like a propaganda in a weird way. It looks like a propaganda cartoon that I've seen in history class. But
Oh yeah,
because it's from the 1930s.
oh yeah. I don't know if it's like over in America, but this is like something funny I found out the other day. This is like propaganda related. But there's actually in the UK on Netflix, we've got like these old propaganda films from World War II on here.
Oh wow!
So I don't.
I might look into it.
Yeah, I looked at there's like a little new section called cult films, and I was kind of oh cool, what's in here then? And you got like your usual. Was it in cult films? I don't know if I don't think it was actually. I'm just looking through it now. Where was it?
I think I've been sparked of a theory.
What?
Everyone's been trying to figure out what Cuphead's game theory is gonna be once MatPat, for some reason, just comes up with a video. People were like, it might be a war propaganda theory that Cuphead has to do with some type of war propaganda. Slowly but surely. So, I don't know if you've seen the video I sent you. So this is gonna be about the whole journalism thing with Cuphead, and I just sent you on Discord the link to the worst 26 minutes of this guy's gameplay. So you can see right away from the tutorial.
Yeah. I
I
like the style. I do like the style.
Yeah, he's so adorable. I love his style. I'll probably put this on the screen.
I mean, I'm a massive fan of old films in general. I really like the old sort of style of things.
Yeah.
Pretty much most of my short films, I don't really use HD or anything. I literally add static or something because I just feel I like that. I just like it.
Yeah, I noticed that's kind of your style. So okay,
Yeah.
he might figure it out. Nope, he didn't. I remember watching this. I first saw this on Twitter. Someone retweeting it, and I remember just like sitting through it, like, what? I don't know if we're watching this at the same time, but like he just shot randomly out of his finger.
Mine just died right now. I'm like 6 minutes in.
Okay. Well, oh wow. Okay, because that was a minute in.
Oh, okay.
I didn't realize he started watching it already.
Yeah, I started watching.
Wait, so
the video.
how long does he take to beat the tutorial? Okay, so 3 minutes in. Okay. This starts the question: our game journalism, should it even be called journalism? Because most journalists are not gamers, or it doesn't really matter.
I don't think it really matters because I'm like journalism's just like writing reviews and stuff, isn't it? Well, for newspapers and stuff. I mean, yeah, you got journalism of all sorts of kinds. I mean, you got like people like do journalism on cars and stuff. I mean, like Jeremy Clarkson. I don't know if you ever heard of him. He did like a big show over here called Top Gear. Um, and yeah, he was a journalist before he became a presenter. And he did. He's a very controversial guy. Just saying. He kind of got fired after hitting like someone in a pub fight or something. They fired him after that. He punched a producer. So yeah, yeah, not the best move. But yeah, he did journalism on like games and like before he even did card journalism, he did like talked about games and all that. Very briefly, extremely briefly. I think it was on like a YouTube channel called Guru Larry. I believe he mentioned that Jeremy Clarkson did this and reviewed like the sections that he did and stuff. But yeah, I think journalism can be on anything. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, no, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's weird because like that's been the big argument for like a while. It's just like game journalism. I don't know. I feel like especially in the video game community, journalism has been questionable. Like the IGN reviews and stuff. It's just like ridiculous sometimes. Like I remember just like I've seen a review where someone said the game was like too, I don't know, colorful or whatever.
Yeah. What?
or some, I don't know. I that was just an example I just made up, but like
Yeah.
it's because like I guess you just need a degree, I guess, in journalism, just to like, oh, what's this? A video game? I mean, I guess.
What are these video games? I've never heard of these video games. But the thing is, at the end of the day, like entertainment and all that is very subjective. It doesn't really matter what other people kind of think of it, as long as you're enjoying it. Like I have that a lot with like people who like I've got a lot of obviously I got a lot of friends who I got a lot of friends that do similar things as me. I've got people like who do film stuff and like gaming and stuff like that. And yeah, a lot of my friends, I got one friend who criticizes everything, and he goes like, "Oh, I don't believe you like this or this. Like that's absolute crap." But it's like, it's subjective. I think people could like whatever they want to like. You can dislike whatever you want to like. I don't really care. At the end of the day, you know, it's just a thing which may or may not be good. I don't even know.
Okay, but that's the thing. Like, as a journalist, shouldn't you not put in your interest or likes into it has to be like very unbiased in order to make a very fair review.
Oh yeah, that's very true. But most journalists are biased anyway. I mean, yeah. I mean, have you seen all the fake news recently? It's all fake news now. Oh, we're getting back to politics now.
Yeah, Cuphead is the new Dark Souls. That could be fake news.
Yeah.
I don't know. I still haven't played the game yet. I've been wanting to play it
like,
so much.
I mean, like, it's weird to compare it to Dark Souls because it's like, I think Dark Souls is like a medieval kind of game, isn't it? Like a real kind of serious game. Yeah. It's really hard. I would compare it more to Super Meat Boy.
Okay.
Because that's hard.
Yeah. No. Anything that's hard. This is a meme now. Is that any video game that's hard that just came out, people just call it Dark Souls.
Yeah.
It happened to Crash Bandicoot when the remastered came out.
It's the impossible game.
But yeah, it looks like I've seen somebody in my campus that brought Cuphead on their laptop and played it a few times. They told me their death ratio right now is they have died about 800 times so far in their own world, in the world 4, the fourth world. So it does look like a very challenging game. I want to try it out for myself.
I kind of do as well. I'd probably suck at it because I suck at all games.
Yeah, because it's funny because this is really back into like platforming time. So it might be out of our time.
Yeah, I mean, I love platform games. Absolutely. I think it's my favorite type of game, platform games. So I'm definitely gonna have a look at this.
Yeah, the only reason I'm actually getting far in Donkey Kong Country is because of the SNES Classic save points. Without it, it'll be game over.
Yeah.
And I'll have to start over every single time. But luckily, this game doesn't have any game overs. It's not that classic.
Yeah.
But really great game. The developers, the people that I think it was like only a small amount of people in that developed the game too. Hand drawn everything. It has that rubber hose animation style that was known at the time in old fashioned cartoons. They put a lot of work into this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I feel like this is gonna be game of the year right away.
It's potentially, yeah.
It has that potential.
Yeah. I mean,
And it's crazy to think because like usually it will be a AAA game that will get game of the year. Last year it was like, well, according to the Game Awards, it was Overwatch last year. But isn't it crazy to think an indie game to get game of the year?
that would be awesome. I would really like that. I don't think it actually happened. I don't really know. But I like to see it. I mean, yeah.
It doesn't happen often, if I recall. I feel like the only time it has ever happened, I don't know. I feel like there was an indie game. Maybe I'll look this up just to be more clear on it. But like, I feel like I've seen an indie game that has been that had game of the year.
Didn't like Firewatch do well? Or was that not an indie game? I actually don't know if it was an indie game or not.
I think it was. I think that was a indie game as well.
All I know is like it was made by the writers of the Telltale first season of the Telltale Walking Dead. So yeah.
Unless you count Minecraft, maybe it got game of the year at the time. Cuphead is actually so far it's kind of gotten a fan base with fan art. People, who enjoy the game are trying their best to beat everything, get every level and stuff.
Yeah. What about like Gang Beasts? That was kind of like popular, I suppose.
It's also, not to mention, it's also all over the this is why I'm so surprised you've never heard of Cuphead. It's just all over the Let's Play community.
As I don't really follow much Let's Players anymore. Like
I can understand why.
Yeah, it was only like
because for a while, I swear, for a while, Let's Plays have been dead.
Yeah, I think the commentary community kind of took over from it. So it's
it really did. And then now, I don't even know what it is right now in 2017. Diss tracks.
Oh yeah.
That's about it.
But I mean, that's only Ricegum. Oh no, yeah. There's a lot of diss tracks around. I just remembered that, like KSI.
I'm not even watching these diss tracks, but I'm just hearing
it
all because of Drama Alert too. Is just all over the place. I'm just like, you can't really escape it, I guess. But that's all it's been. This whole year of 2017 is diss tracks. Last year, I think it was commentary was becoming a huge thing. And then, I mean, a little bit before was Let's Plays.
Yeah.
And I feel like Cuphead has the Let's Play gameplay that you could watch because people rage when playing this. It's kind of funny.
Yeah.
But I guess we could get into the next topic, which we did mention Ricegum. So, have you catched up with any of the conflicting videos in this rivalry of Idubbbz?
Oh
and
hell yeah!
Ricegum?
I've been on this. It's like
Yeah.
I think it's the best content cop ever.
Hmm.
Personally.
I don't know about that, honestly, because I feel like I feel like Ian has made better content cops.
Hmm.
Like I would think like in terms of as well as terms of like the effect afterwards. I feel like the Leafy one did the worst damage.
Oh yeah, definitely.
No one's talking about him.
Yeah,
at this
true,
point.
true. Yeah, actually, yeah. I'd say it's the third best actually, because Keemstar one was pretty good. I mean,
The Keemstar was great.
I
loved
think
Keemstar's content
I think
cop.
it was like more the shock value, because before that it was like he was targeting people, that were obvious. He was targeting like food channels and like toy channels and Jinx, channels that no one really cared
Yeah.
about at this point. But then you got
Yeah. Speaking of
Keemstar,
which-
who was kind of untouchable at this point, and he ruined him.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
No. I think no, because the Keemstar's content cop, that was like kind of the start of
The Keemstar expose that got
Yeah.
took seriously.
this
Like
is
the
when
Leafies.
content cop became a scary thing for people
Yeah.
because what they saw what happened to Drama Alert. I mean, Keemstar right now is kind of
Killing it.
is he's back on his roots really. Nothing. It's like
Yeah.
nothing happened, but that was like a damaging time for him.
Yeah. Yeah. I think Leafy's video did more damage, I would say.
I feel like it still did. I don't even know what Leaf is doing right now.
No, I mean like
watched his response
Leafy,
video
the
just to
video,
see.
the video that Leafy did on Keemstar. I think that did more damage because it was in the same community. Like people who were watching Leafy were watching Keemstar because they were good buds.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Same with Great in the Ray,
Uh,
because like not only was he like good buds with like Keemstar, but he was respected by everyone. At that time.
that's true.
But it's quite ironic the fact that he kind of got ruined by Keemstar. Like if it,
Yeah,
because in the Baited podcast, Keemstar was like, yeah,
he was
Keems-
always talking about Gray.
yeah,
Yeah.
Keemstar and Colossal brought up some really good points about Grade. Well, not Colossal because they were still buds, but
Oh yeah, Colossus was still
yeah,
on that side of the YouTube. But yeah, that's the thing is like I feel like the content cops have been more critical of a person's just personality
yeah.
than their content.
Oh yeah.
Because before it was like the food channels and the toy channels and stuff, and it's like, oh, he's bringing up good points about these channels. These videos are really bad, reaction videos and stuff. Jinx's Reloaded channel, how bad it was.
I mean, the Mongu one? I think that's the worst one
yeah.
personally, because
Yeah,
I would say that both of them were in the wrong. Idubbbz kind of took
yeah.
it too far, in my opinion. What he did was risky. I have nothing against what he did. I mean, it's kind of like whatever.
Yeah, it's Idubbbz.
It was like a massive risk, and yeah, she obviously overreacted.
Way through too.
And it kind of led to, yeah, it was just really weird situation.
I see what you mean. Yeah, I see what you mean though. Like, cause I remember being at that. I remember this was like kind of like me questioning Idubbbz at that point when I saw this whole thing. But this was before the content cop came out. I was like, oh, okay, so that's why he did all this and stuff. So
Yeah.
because I remember just being like, wow, did he really strangle her? I don't know if I believe her, but like, is this really like? And then he finally explained himself. Well, like at least people finally posted like Snapchats and stuff about the situation before the content cop came out. I'm like, oh, okay, this girl's lying.
Yeah.
And I thought it was funny though, just her in general. I mean, I could tell. I could see what you mean by the worst content cop. I feel like that one was just like out of nowhere. Like there was at the time, I felt like he could have been doing somebody different, but he chose Tana Mojo.
Yeah, I feel I don't think like Tana whatever her name was. I don't think like
Tana Mongu.
Mongu.
That's how you pronounce. Yeah, I don't know.
Mongoose. Yeah, I don't think she was that popular at the time. Like I never heard of her. It's like
Same thing with Ricegum. I mean, I've heard of Ricegum, but then I
Yeah.
stopped caring about him until the content cop. I thought it was gonna be Jake Paul, honestly.
well, I mean it was titled Jake Paul, but he kind of like
Yeah. No, like, I was pretty hyped. I was like, oh, he finally did it on Jake Paul. But then, no. I had that feeling of like, oh man, it's so late though. Why? Because like Jake Paul has been just a whole summer thing for a while, and it's like it was taking him that long to make a content cop, and I'm like, oh, finally he posted it, but it's kind of late. But then I realized when I watched it, it was on Ricegum. I was like, oh wow.
Can I just say, I think one thing I really liked about the content cop is how many creators there were in the video.
Oh yeah, there was a lot involved in this one. I thought it was great.
I love the diss track itself. Brilliantly made by one of my favorite like musicians on YouTube, Boy in a Band.
Oh yes, I love Boy in a Band.
I've been watching him for a long time, and I never thought that he'd actually.
I'm actually not surprised.
Yeah. I've been watching him since like he got like massive viral with "Don't Stay in School."
Okay.
So I saw it on Facebook, and I knew of Boy in the Band before that because he did stuff with Manga Minx.
Yeah.
Did all her kind of like music and stuff.
How I found Boy in a Band was man, how did I find him? Because I was into music, EDM at the time, and I think that's how I found his channel. He was making videos about how to like just start your own like studio and stuff. So this was stuff I was interested in at the time.
Yeah.
I'm still into music. He doesn't do music, not music videos, but like videos about music. I mean, recently he did that whole musician challenge thing, which I found.
Oh
interesting.
yeah, with Rumi Official and stuff like that, people like that.
Yeah,
I thought that was great.
Yeah, I that was the Boy in a Band I knew was like the whole music theory videos and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I quite like.
He's great at.
I quite like what he's doing now, and it's just like he's showing off a different side of his interests because he's showing off all the statistic videos and all.
Oh
that.
yeah,
It's
his
like,
scientific, psychology stuff, and I find him interesting.
Yeah. I don't know. Did you see the collab that they did before the Ricegum thing? Where it's just like
the Idubbbz collab, right?
Yeah. Where it's just
I saw that.
I like that. That was pretty good.
It was I forgot what was the topic of the video. It was something with words and stuff. Oh yeah, like just trying to come up with different insults.
Yeah,
that was great. Or instead of like cancer, like what's another disease you could call somebody else?
Yeah.
Or your therapy session.
That was my favorite.
That one, yeah, that's the one that comes at the top of mind.
Um,
Were you surprised that Boy in a Band was in this content cop? Like he made this track for Ian.
Kind of. I mean, they did collab, as I said, with that thing before, so I watched that already, so it didn't surprise me too much. What surprised me more is seeing Jack's films and
Oh yeah.
and Common Etiquette being in there because they don't usually get into drama, like especially Jack's films.
Yeah.
He did the drama is more popular than content stuff. He really hates drama.
No, it just really surprised me because it's like Boy in a Band's not really into drama.
Mm.
He slowly got himself into drama from that Prince EA video.
Yeah.
But that was about it.
But he's never really been a vocal hater of drama either. Like
yeah,
Jack's films,
everyone know.
Jack's films he was like he was like constant. He made a video that he deleted because it was controversial or something, or he just didn't feel like having it. I don't know. But he made a video about like FouseyTube was like gave him like shit online, and he said like, dude, I don't like dislike you or anything, but you need to like calm down about the 2-pack thing. And like he then later on said like, I know you hate drama, I do too. Oh, and he said like, actually that's made me feel a lot better now. We both hate drama. There we go. So yeah, but I actually was even more shocked with comment etiquette because he's such a small channel. Eric.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like
No,
yeah.
there was a few guys in there I didn't recognize. I didn't know.
Yeah, I didn't recognize a few of the other guys, but there was like a few guys that I did recognize. It's like, yeah.
Wait. No, because it was surprised me about Boy in a Band is just like even before it's just like he was in a whole different world of YouTube.
Yeah.
And then like I mean I've seen him with Idubbbz and stuff in like a few videos of like Maximo phones like vlogs.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, they're just friends hanging out and stuff. And then seeing that collab, I'm like, that's weird. I guess this is what Idubbbz has been doing. Wow, gone. He could be. I was like thinking he could be working on that content cop, maybe with Boy in a Band. I just didn't think it would be a whole diss track that Boy in a Band was gonna collab with, which I thought it was great. I do like his style.
Yeah. I very much. I mean, I think that's probably the best diss track I've heard. I mean, I'm not into diss tracks, so it's probably the reason why I like it so much.
So I mean, recently, well, I've been checking out these diss tracks that have been conflicting each other.
Yeah.
I mean, let's get into the diss track itself. I mean, lyrically, it's really good. The beat is okay. The intro was good. I like the intro of.
Yeah.
That's the thing that I'll remember the most is like the whole intro. And then I think my favorite line, and this was what Idubbbz said. It was he said you're like Kanye but with no talent, like Jackie Chan but a little faggot.
Yeah.
That one just made me laugh. I was like, and then it was funny too because Boy in a Band was kind of like unsure about that line, like because he did a video about him riding with Idubbbz. I don't know if you saw that one.
Sorry, was that?
Oh, did I cut out again?
No, sorry. I had someone walk into the room.
Oh, okay. No, but did you see the video him ghost riding with Idubbbz?
Yes, I saw that. Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah, I thought that was a really genius idea to do. Just like pretty much do a whole video of him riding with Idubbbz. Just to clear up that ghost rider thing, you know? Oh. But we could so here's the thing with diss tracks is that it doesn't really matter what musically how it sounds and just the beat and overall because they're just pumping out these diss tracks like nothing, so it's like they're not putting any effort.
Yeah.
So lyrically it's just gonna be okay. I mean the important part is the lyrics in a diss track. This is just me, kind of just like, this is me, the assumption of the idea of a diss track from what I've seen so far.
All right.
Lyrically, it's about just insulting the other person and just roasting him and all that.
Yeah.
And ideally, that's your diss track. Just get a beat you just ripped off somewhere, and there you go.
Yeah, I think one of my favorite lyrics is one of the first lyrics that Boy in a Band did. Dave did is boy gotta flex, flex.
Gotta flex.
Because if you got no personality, you replace it with a Rolex.
Yes, I loved I loved some of his lyrics too. Yeah. So another surprise in the diss track, actually, I forgot to mention, was PewDiePie.
Yes, that was a big surprise. I wasn't expecting that.
I laughed so hard when I saw PewDiePie came out in that diss track.
I had to
segment.
I had to go back and pause it to see if it was actually PewDiePie. I don't know why I doubted it, because I mean, like, PewDiePie is not afraid of going into drama, and he's not afraid of, like, I think he's friends with Dave and Idubbbz. So
I just didn't think he had any relation with the whole thing, other
yeah.
than just being in that line. And I guess because of the whole, I guess there was some drama. I don't recall it, but some drama with him in Ricegum.
I don't know. I don't think so as much. Oh, there was a bit actually. Yeah, there was because you like to think.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ricegum mentioned it before. I think.
So here's what's so unique about this content cop. This is like a content comp we didn't really ask for, but we got it.
Yeah, yeah.
And not well, no one asked for it but Ricegum.
I mean,
it's a funny
like,
thing.
yeah, like I don't know if you noticed, like all the things that people ask Idubbbz to do on a content cop on, like they're not going to happen. I don't think. Like I don't think we're going to see a Logan Paul or Jake Paul one. I definitely don't think we're ever going to see a Onision one because Onision, like, who cares about Onision at this point? And like most things that he'd mentioned, we already know. And Onision, I think secretly Onision likes that sort of thing. It's just fueling his content, really.
For some reason, this content cop, according to Ricegum, has helped him.
Yeah. I suppose it's made him more relevant.
That's yeah.
So
Ironically, yes.
in a way, Idubbbz has done him a favor, really.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't get it. I think it's just because no one has ever like taken a content comp and actually put in. Well, I'm not saying Ricegum's response was good, but he has a fan base behind him, so he was able to just use. He was able to milk it too into his diss track.
Yeah, I think I think what Ricegum did that Leafy didn't was Ricegum made it like any other video he did. He wasn't like, yeah, he was trying to make it like any other video he's normally done. Leafy kind of like felt attacked, and so he like started like defending himself.
Yeah.
Whereas Ricegum was
remember.
like, yeah, okay, I'm gonna take the mick out of this. I'm gonna really kind of milk this to the point
I know.
where people might find it just satire at this
Yeah.
point.
Yeah. I mean, I thought the content deputy was good.
Yeah, I like that.
I'm not sure where it's gonna lead to too, because he did cliffhangered it a bit at the end with Post Malone.
Hmm.
If you, I'm not sure if I'm familiar with Post Malone. He's just,
Not.
he's just a
I'm
rapper.
not really. I don't really follow many
Yeah.
rappers, so I don't really know.
Yeah, I mean, I only know him because of H3H3.
Ah, okay.
So
Yeah.
unless there's another diss track, which I just feel like that's just out of the style that Idubbbz is to go into a diss track war. But then again, I don't mind it because it's Idubbbz. That last diss track was pretty good. So
I think he said that that is his last video, the content deputy. He's not going to do any more about Ricegum after that,
okay,
which I think is a good thing because otherwise it will just.
yeah, because
Yeah.
I think he's realizing now that instead of like, the videos instead of like destroying somebody, it's actually hurting. It's actually helping somebody. Because I
Yeah.
remember Leafy's, like Idubbbz did not quit on destroying Leafy. It was great because when he made that content deputy, it was like, just dude, stop, he's already dead.
Yeah.
It was that much. There was just so much damage on Leafy, and it's weird because of Ricegum. I think it's just his 12-year-old fan base is just gonna follow the big Ricegum leader, the Mulan, guys. According to Fire, I've been posting a lot of Mulan memes of Ricegum.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, no, the fan base is real though. It's all 12-year-old kids.
Pretty much. I mean, isn't that most YouTube fan bases at this point?
Well, yeah,
Maybe
that's
not
the
like
thing.
people like Boy in a Band, but maybe not, because like he does like
Yeah.
this political stuff. It's probably why his fan base is the nicest on the internet right now. Because like,
Yeah, it's true.
yeah,
Yeah, no. I mean, there's fan bases that are like, I don't know, it's hard to describe. There's a weird line in between YouTube. Like, there's so many different worlds. There's this world of like Ricegum and PewDiePie, which well, then again, PewDiePie has kind of crossed over to this other world of like basically the meme squad at this point.
I think like PewDiePie, I would say, is like the center of everything, because he does crossovers with gamers and vloggers and the community
Yeah.
was it commentary channels, he does it all.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause I mean, like, he does stuff with Dan and Phil quite a lot, well, used to at least.
Oh yeah, I remember he did.
Yeah.
That was actually pretty good.
Mm.
Yep, that's the thing. What happened?
Mm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the thing is I guess nothing really happened other than Ricegum just got more views. He just got more, at least in my eyes, he got more relevant because I didn't even know this guy before. I didn't care about this guy. When I heard about Ricegum, I was like, "Who the hell's this guy?"
I didn't care about him. I already
And then no.
I knew about him,
And then-
but I didn't care about him.
No, I didn't either. And then I feel like in a way I sort of have some type of hate. I don't usually hate people, but Ricegum is the type of guy I would not want to be around with.
Yeah. I suppose I'm not a massive fan of Ricegum, but I don't think I'd dislike him that much. Like, he tries to make good content. He doesn't. He makes terrible content. But yeah.
No, I mean that's the thing.
Yeah.
He's not making the content.
Yeah, he's not making the content at all. But he's
Yeah.
like someone that's just there and I don't care about.
I don't know,
Whereas
it's obnoxious. That's
Yeah.
what he is. It's just that's the type of people that I personally don't like, and it's not like I'm fine. I know there's like people out there that might like Ricegum, like or okay with those type of people, but it's also because it's the hip hop. That's like the hip hop style, too.
yeah, I suppose like the only YouTuber that I would say the YouTuber I dislike the most out of anyone on YouTube like that are big, that is, and I don't know personally because there are actually a few YouTubers that have grown to a point where I've known there's like a few YouTubers which I knew and then they kind of like grew big, and like they completely cut contact with me, so I'm not going to get involved in that because that's like too much. Like I don't want to expose them or anything because I don't really care.
No, that's yeah, that's a whole different level.
Yeah.
That's like that's our level. That's like
Yeah.
our drama. we that's like me going telling ramen content is bad.
Yeah.
Shout out to ramen.
Yeah, I mean,
Anyone on that's VidMe drama right there.
I'll just say it because this guy is kind of like big anyway. I don't know if you ever heard of him. Brad does banter.
I think I've heard of it. Oh, let me look it up.
I cannot stand. I actually met him once in a Skype call. He seemed like a nice dude. He followed me on Twitter. He doesn't do that anymore. He kind of unfollowed everyone. That doesn't really bother me anymore. That never really bothers me. But it's the type of content he does that really annoys me.
Hey, how does his name spelled?
It's BRAD, and it's does banter. Like he used to do
Brad.
Minecraft videos, but then he changed to commentary channel stuff.
I feel like I've heard this name. Oh,
He-
Brad does banter.
Yeah.
Okay.
He had a fallout with Colossal was crazy and stuff like that.
Right, that's where I've probably seen this guy. Because of
yeah.
Colossal.
Like I'm not gonna say he's a terrible human being. Like whatever. Like I'm sure he's a nice guy if you get to know him on personally. I don't really know. But yeah, I kind of don't like how his content's done. Really.
Well, from what I've seen so far, it's a drama alert.
It is pretty much like he insults people. That's what his thing is. He just insults people.
That's it.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Another person that I don't really like is probably Keemstar, but that's because Keemstar. I have some sort of respect for him though.
There's some respect for him.
Yeah.
I could say I think I've said this before. He's entertaining, but just
Yeah. Like some of the things he's put on Twitter, like I've seen it and I was going like, dude, why? Like,
I'm kind of seeing a trend. Most of the YouTubers I kind of find obnoxious and can't. I feel like I would not get along as the ones that are from California here.
yeah.
Ricegum's over here. Ricegum has that Cali mentality. The LA Hollywood obnoxious.
Oh yeah.
It's Keemstar as well. Well, Keemstar is basically a Valley girl. Like,
I mean,
so
isn't like Idubbbz in California?
yeah, but he's
Yeah.
a different type of
Yeah.
No. There's it's fun. It's a funny thing. There's the politically incorrect guys like Idubbbz in California that like there's these type of people that I'm friends with because we all joke around and stuff. We could just be funny.
Yeah.
And there's these different types of people, the wannabe gangsters in California.
Oh god, yeah. I mean, isn't most YouTubers, I'm guessing, would be in California because it's like the home of entertainment, pretty much, California.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It's a weird thing because it's like you would think, oh, Hollywood, but then YouTube, it's like, oh yeah, it's YouTube, TubeWood. I don't know. But for some reason, everyone likes to come here. I don't get it. There's New York. There's Florida. I don't know if any YouTube is in Florida.
I mean, there's a lot of people in New York. I mean, Filthy Frank and stuff like that.
Yeah.
John Tron.
But yeah. JonTron, yeah. He's probably still making content. I know his last video he came back, was pretty good.
I don't know. I've never actually watched any of his stuff. I just know he was in New York.
Yeah. So, yep, that was Pickle Rick and Cuphead Content Cop.
That's Idubbbz' next video.
That's pretty much every Marty podcast is just a mix of different topics for you guys. Of course, you can vote for topics over on my Twitter. I usually post them. We just ran out of stuff to talk about Cuphead because it's already been talked about a lot. And then also Dan is not familiar with Cuphead.
Yeah, I have no clue.
Yeah, but I hope you do get to try out the game though. It's on Steam. It's not it is Xbox exclusive, but it's also on Steam. If you want to try it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I hope you see you guys next time. Be sure to give this a like. Be sure to give this an upvote if you're on Vidme, as well as be sure to check out any more of our videos as well. You can check out Dan's videos over on his channel. Check out my video. I'm working on the Cruiser Gamer Classic. I know the trailer's been out for 2 months, but please give me some time. So I'm just once I'm done editing, I'm just gonna make another trailer, milk the hype and stuff. So, do as much milking as possible for this tournament. Anything you want to plug before we end this?
Oh yeah, we want to do a plug. So,
Sure.
Have you ever wanted to watch a good YouTube channel? Don't come over to my channel because it's not. Yeah, it's. I basically just do
Cut off again.
like at the moment it's just like my college stuff,
Oh,
but
God, he's cut
I do a series called Awful Anime. So if you like anime, then you can see me just like completely ruin it for you.
Okay, so I'm just gonna end it at that point. I didn't. You cut off on my end, but I'm just gonna I'll listen to it when you send me the audio.
Yeah, you can edit
Thank
it
you
in.
guys for listening. Hey, I forgot to mention this, but if this is on Vidme, you could watch this in the background if you're on the Vidme app. If you're on YouTube and you're just watching this with the screen on, killing your battery, don't do that. Just go on Vidme. I feel like Vidme would be better for a podcast.
Yeah,
if you unless you got SoundCloud or something, but most YouTube podcasts don't expand. Not us, because we don't know about that stuff.
Need to learn about all it.
Yep. I don't even know what RSS, whatever. I don't know. All right, thank you guys for watching. Be sure to stick around and whatnot.
Peace.